One thing I like about this reel is it's got 2 holes here and then 2 holes on the opposite side, pretty much. Whereas these Yogi reels have their holes to hold the end of the reel at the same position around the reel. That doesn't really help it very much. This case, it worked out because I had a really short thing. Sometimes I have almost a full circumference of extra material when I stop printing. And if it's on the same position, then it doesn't work that great. Now this one, it's got so many holes you can put it wherever you want. So this is probably the best. And although this, but I have to agree, I think this must be a very expensive reel to print because it's got all these holes in it. So you got to have a super good injection molding process. So this is much simpler, obviously. But if they just put these holes over here, it'd be twice as useful. Of course, I'm not going to buy something based on that, but if I had a choice, I have 2 different manufacturers, I would pick this one over this, just based on the reel. If everything else was equivalent, I'd pick this one. Because the reel is better. Better for saving the end of the reel. Because if you don't do that, then it gets tangled, which happened to me yesterday. I wasn't careful enough. So, but luckily, it didn't affect the print. Let's see how it turned out. Looks pretty good. Now that I got things dialed in, and the PETG has been printing really well for me lately. So all the bridges printed, and the pointy thing is similar. The bridge on the 240 looks the best. The other ones have some sagging, which is counterintuitive to me because it seems like if it was hotter, it'd be sagging more. But I guess maybe it's cooling down. Cools down too much maybe when it goes across. Not sure why. Anyway, they all look pretty good. Remember, the range on this was 230 to 255. So since we're putting all other PETGs successfully at 240 and 70-degree bed temperature, that was a good, perfect adhesion. It was solid, but it came off easily, and the bottom looks really clean. So we'll go ahead and print this. We'll do the bed adhesion test and layer adhesion test too, just to make sure we got our cooling down. So for this, we use 20% cooling after the first layer. That's been our standard for PETG. Well, it's cold here in the shop this morning, so it's 51. It was 49 when I started. High humidity has been raining lately, so I've got my 100-watt lamp over here providing heat coming into this vent, and I've got my 60-watt lamp over here. Because I have the side reel, I can't put it up against here. If I'm printing with a reel inside the printer, then I can put it up close. But it's preheating this a little bit. It's a 60-watt bulb, so that's what I'm doing for that, for cold temperatures in the garage. Good. Now it's straining coming from the last position. Print head, but that's normal. No big deal. See how our bed adhesion was. The bed adhesion is perfect. It's nice and solid, but it comes off without any big problems. So. Strength is good. I'm pushing hard. It's not cracking. we can compare that to the Prusa, and maybe a little hard to see in the camera, but this is a flecks of gold and a little more solid color, and this is more translucent, which is actually what we want for our project. We need translucent, so the surface of the flat area is nice and smooth, no bubbles or anything, so we're not printing too hot. And the raised letters are fine, and the indented letters are also looking good. So this is nice and shiny, and it's printing strong at these parameters. So we got the temperature and cooling locked in, so now we're on to the next fun project. She's ready to set sail. Let's see how he looks. A little hard to get off because I let the bed cool all the way down to room temperature before I took it off because I was off doing something. So, surface looks pretty good. There's a few little blips on it. A little blip right here. This side is better, smooth. The arching looks really good. Not a lot of stringing going on inside. The little wheel inside looks pretty good. The little post on the back is okay. The very tip of it is not super good, and you can't, and the hole, I think that's a hole inside, and the hole on the top is good. And the little fish locker is looking good. The indented printing on the back, on the bottom rather, turned out okay. Overall, pretty good, I'd say a very good benchy. Here's our one we did with the PLA. Let's see, the HQA PETG quite a while ago. So this has got more surface defects on it. It's shinier. Maybe they show up better, I guess. The little post on the back looks better than this one. Remember, this is build quality, so this is not their highest quality PETG. They didn't have translucent yellow in their higher quality. So for our purposes, this is going to work fine for what I need to print it for. And let's look at this holes in front. The holes look fine. So this filament's good. It'll do what we need it to do, and it's on to printing real things with this filament.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond. That's all for now, but more videos are coming, and if you want to see them, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is Beta Cygni signing out, and keep looking up.